Our thoughts are powerful forces that shape our actions, influence our emotions, and ultimately determine the course of our lives. The way we think affects how we perceive ourselves, others, and the world around us. If we allow negative, self-defeating thoughts to take root in our minds, they will eventually manifest in our decisions, behaviors, and overall quality of life. On the other hand, if we cultivate positive, empowering thoughts, we can create a life filled with purpose, confidence, and success. The human mind is like fertile soil. Whatever seeds we plant, whether positive or negative, will grow and shape our experiences. If we constantly entertain thoughts of fear, doubt, and failure, those thoughts will influence our actions, making us hesitant, insecure, and afraid to take risks. For example, if a person repeatedly tells themselves they are not good enough, they will begin to believe it. This belief will affect their confidence, limit their potential, and stop them from pursuing opportunities that could lead to success. Over time, their thoughts become a self-fulfilling prophecy, proving to themselves that they are incapable simply because they have convinced their mind to believe so. On the other hand, positive thoughts have the power to uplift, encourage, and propel us forward. When we choose to focus on our strengths, possibilities, and opportunities, we develop a mindset that embraces challenges and sees failures as learning experiences rather than setbacks. Successful individuals understand the importance of maintaining a positive outlook. They do not allow negative thoughts to control their actions or define their future. Instead, they replace limiting beliefs with thoughts that empower them to grow, take risks, and persist through difficulties. Our thoughts also influence our emotions. Negative thinking leads to stress, anxiety, and feelings of hopelessness, while positive thinking cultivates peace, joy, and resilience. When we constantly dwell on problems and worst-case scenarios, we create unnecessary worry and fear. However, when we shift our focus to solutions, gratitude, and possibilities, we foster a sense of hope and confidence. This shift in thinking helps us handle challenges with a clearer mind and a stronger sense of determination. The way we think shapes our relationships. If we assume the worst about people or focus on their flaws, we create distance and resentment. However, if we choose to see the good in others and approach relationships with kindness and understanding, we build stronger and more meaningful connections. Our thoughts about ourselves also affect how we allow others to treat us. If we believe we are unworthy, we may tolerate toxic relationships or settle for less than we deserve. But when we recognize our value, we set healthy boundaries and surround ourselves with people who uplift and respect us. One of the most effective ways to reshape our thoughts is through intentional mental discipline. This means becoming aware of our inner dialogue and consciously replacing the negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," we can say, "I am capable and I will figure this out." Instead of believing, "I always fail," we can reframe our thoughts to, "Every failure is a lesson that brings me closer to success." Over time, these small shifts in thinking create a powerful transformation in our mindset and life. Winning the battle in our minds requires effort and persistence, but it is a battle worth fighting. By taking control of our thoughts and focusing on what is true, uplifting, and empowering, we can shape a life filled with purpose, confidence, and success. What we think today determines who we become tomorrow. Therefore, it is essential to guard our minds, choose our thoughts wisely, and cultivate a mindset that leads to a fulfilling and meaningful life. Negative thoughts have a way of creeping into our minds, influencing our emotions, decisions, and actions. They often appear subtly, disguising themselves as rational concerns, doubts, or fears. Over time, if left unchecked, these thoughts can shape our beliefs about ourselves and the world, limiting our potential and preventing us from living a fulfilling life. The key to overcoming this cycle is to first identify negative thoughts and then take intentional steps to reject them before they take root in our minds. The process of identifying negative thoughts requires awareness. Many people go through life without realizing how their inner dialogue affects their emotions and behaviors. A person who constantly thinks, "I'm not good enough," may not even be aware that this thought has become a core belief shaping their actions. They may hesitate to take on new challenges, avoid social situations, or downplay their achievements, all because they have unknowingly allowed this thought to dictate their life. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to breaking free from them. One effective way to do this is through mindfulness, paying close attention to the thoughts that arise throughout the day and analyzing whether they are helpful or harmful. Another way to identify negative thoughts is to look for patterns of self-doubt, fear, or criticism. These thoughts often manifest as absolute statements, such as "I always fail," "I'll never be successful," or "nobody likes me." They may also appear in the form of exaggerated fears, such as assuming the worst will happen in every situation. For example, someone who constantly worries about being judged by others may avoid speaking up in meetings or sharing their opinion, even when they have valuable insights. These patterns of thinking create self-imposed limitations, holding people back from growth and success. Once negative thoughts are identified, the next step is to reject them. This requires a conscious effort to challenge and replace them with more positive and realistic perspectives. One powerful method for rejecting negative thoughts is questioning their validity. When a thought like "I'll never be successful" arises, it helps to ask, is this really true? What evidence do I have to support this belief? Have I ever achieved something in the past? More often than not, negative thoughts are based on fear rather than reality. By questioning them, we can weaken their influence and open the door to a more balanced way of thinking. Another effective strategy is to reframe negative thoughts into empowering ones. Instead of thinking "I always fail," one could say, "Every failure is a learning experience that brings me closer to success." Instead of "I'm not good enough," the thought can be replaced with "I am growing and improving every day." Reframing does not mean ignoring reality, but rather choosing to see challenges from a perspective that fosters growth and resilience. It is also essential to guard our minds against sources that feed negativity. The information we consume, the people we surround ourselves with, and the way we talk to ourselves all contribute to our mental state. If we constantly expose ourselves to negative news, toxic relationships, or self-critical thoughts, it becomes much harder to maintain a positive outlook. Setting boundaries by limiting exposure to negativity and surrounding ourselves with uplifting influences can help create a mental environment that supports positive thinking. Rejecting negative thoughts is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. The mind naturally gravitates toward familiar patterns, so it takes effort and practice to establish new ways of thinking. Over time, as we become more skilled at identifying and rejecting negativity, we gain greater control over our emotions, decisions, and actions. This shift in mindset allows us to break free from self-imposed limitations and move toward a life of confidence, purpose, and success. Our minds are constantly processing thoughts, and unfortunately, not all of them are true. Over time, we may unknowingly accept lies about ourselves, our abilities, and our future. These lies can come from past experiences, negative influences, or our own insecurities. If we believe them, they shape our actions, limit our potential, and keep us stuck in fear and doubt. The key to overcoming these falsehoods is to identify them and replace them with truth. This process requires self-awareness, intentional effort, and a commitment to renewing our mindset. Lies often take the form of negative self-talk. They tell us that we are not good enough, that we will never succeed, or that we are unworthy of love and happiness. These thoughts may have been planted in our minds through past failures, criticism from others, or comparisons to people who seem more successful. For example, a person who was once told they were not smart enough might carry that belief into adulthood, avoiding opportunities that require intelligence or skill. However, just because a thought exists in our mind does not mean it is true. Recognizing these false beliefs is the first step toward breaking free from them. Once a lie is identified, it must be challenged with truth. Truth is based on facts, not fears or assumptions. If someone believes they are not capable of achieving their goals, they should look at the evidence. Have they overcome challenges in the past? Have they learned new skills and grown over time? More often than not, the truth is that they are far more capable than they realize. By focusing on facts rather than fears, they can begin to shift their mindset. One effective way to replace lies with truth is through positive affirmations. This involves deliberately speaking and thinking thoughts that align with reality and personal growth. If a person has believed the lie, "I am a failure," they can replace it with, "I am learning and improving every day." If they have believed, "Nobody cares about me," they can affirm, "I am valued and loved." Speaking these truths consistently helps rewire the brain to accept them as reality. Another strategy is to surround oneself with uplifting influences. The people we interact with, the books we read, and the content we consume all shape our beliefs. If we constantly listen to negativity, our minds will absorb it. But if we expose ourselves to encouraging messages, supportive people, and inspiring stories, we reinforce the truth and weaken the lies. Seeking out mentors, positive role models, and motivational content can help shift our thinking in the right direction. It is also important to take action that supports the truth. A person has believed the lie that they are not good at public speaking. They should practice speaking in front of small groups and build their confidence. If they have believed they are not strong enough to achieve their dreams, they should take small steps toward their goals to prove otherwise. Action reinforces truth and dismantles fear. The more we step out in faith, the more we realize the lies we once believed had no real power over us. Replacing lies with truth is not an instant process. It takes time and consistent effort. Negative thoughts may try to resurface, but with persistence they can be overcome. By recognizing false beliefs, speaking truth over ourselves, surrounding ourselves with positivity, and taking action, we can transform our mindset and live with greater confidence and purpose. Truth empowers us to see ourselves and our potential clearly, freeing us from the limitations that once held us back. Our minds are one of the most powerful tools we possess, shaping our thoughts, actions, and ultimately our destiny. Just as we take care of our physical health by watching what we eat and exercising, we must also take care of our mental and emotional health by guarding what we allow into our minds. The thoughts we entertain, the influences we absorb, and the words we speak all contribute to our mindset and perspective on life. If we do not actively protect our minds, negativity, fear, and doubt can take root, preventing us from reaching our full potential. Guarding our minds daily requires intentionality and discipline, ensuring that only thoughts and influences that build us up are allowed to stay. One of the most effective ways to guard our minds is by being mindful of what we consume. Every day we are bombarded with information from social media, television, conversations, and the news. While some of this information is helpful, much of it can be negative, misleading, or even toxic. Constant exposure to negativity can shape our thinking in ways we do not even realize. If we repeatedly hear messages of fear, failure, and hopelessness, we may start believing them even when they are not true. That is why it is crucial to filter what we take in and choose content that inspires, uplifts, and encourages growth. Another important aspect of guarding the mind is controlling self-talk. The way we speak to ourselves has a significant impact on our confidence and outlook. If we constantly criticize ourselves, doubt our abilities, or focus on our flaws, we create a mental environment of negativity and limitation. On the other hand, if we practice positive self-talk, reminding ourselves of our strengths, affirming our abilities, and speaking hope into our future, we create a mindset that fosters confidence and success. Training ourselves to replace negative thoughts with positive truths is one of the most powerful ways to guard our minds from self-sabotage. The people we surround ourselves with also play a major role in shaping our mindset. If we spend time with individuals who constantly complain, criticize, or bring negativity into our lives, their words and attitudes can begin to influence us. Over time, we may adopt their pessimistic perspectives without even realizing it. To guard our minds, we must be intentional about surrounding ourselves with positive, uplifting, and supportive people. Those who encourage us, challenge us to grow, and believe in our potential help us develop a strong and resilient mindset. Daily habits and routines also contribute to guarding our minds. Practices such as meditation, prayer, journaling, and reading inspiring material help keep our thoughts aligned with truth and positivity. Taking time each day to reflect on what we are grateful for, set goals, and affirm our strengths can help us stay focused and motivated. Additionally, engaging in activities that bring joy and relaxation, such as exercise, hobbies, or spending time in nature, helps clear the mind of stress and negativity. It is also essential to be aware of and reject fear-based thinking. Fear is one of the most common ways negativity infiltrates the mind, convincing us that we are not capable, that we will fail, or that we should not even try. However, fear often exaggerates the worst-case scenarios and prevents us from taking steps toward our goals. Guarding our minds means refusing to let fear dictate our decisions and instead choosing to operate from a place of faith, courage, and confidence. Guarding the mind is an ongoing process that requires consistency and commitment. Every day presents new challenges, distractions, and potential sources of negativity, but by being intentional about what we allow in, we can maintain a strong, positive, and focused mindset. A guarded mind leads to a guarded life, one that is not easily swayed by negativity, but is instead directed by truth, purpose, and inner strength. A strong mindset is one of the most valuable assets a person can develop. It serves as the foundation for success, resilience, and personal growth. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and uncertainties, but those with a strong mindset can navigate these difficulties with confidence and determination. Developing mental strength is not something that happens overnight. It requires intentional effort, discipline, and a commitment to growth. By cultivating the right habits, beliefs, and perspectives, anyone can build a mindset that empowers them to overcome obstacles and achieve their goals. One of the key elements of a strong mindset is the ability to embrace challenges rather than fear them. Many people avoid difficulties because they associate them with failure or discomfort. However, challenges are opportunities for growth and learning. Every difficult situation presents a chance to develop new skills, build resilience, and strengthen problem-solving abilities. Those with a strong mindset understand that setbacks are not signs of defeat, but stepping stones towards success. Instead of viewing failures as the end of the road, they see them as valuable lessons that help them improve and move forward. Another crucial aspect of mental strength is self-discipline. A strong mindset is not just about thinking positively, it is also about taking consistent action toward goals, even when motivation fades. Discipline allows a person to push through challenges, stay committed to their vision, and make progress despite distractions or setbacks. Developing self-discipline requires setting clear goals, creating a structured routine, and holding oneself accountable. It also means making sacrifices, such as choosing long-term success over short-term gratification. Over time, discipline becomes a habit, strengthening the mind and reinforcing a person's ability to stay focused and determined. Positive thinking is another essential component of a strong mindset. Negative thoughts can easily take over, causing doubt, fear, and hesitation. However, those who develop mental strength train themselves to focus on solutions rather than problems. This does not mean ignoring difficulties, but rather choosing to approach them with optimism and confidence. Positive thinking fosters resilience, helping people stay motivated and maintain a hopeful outlook even in the face of adversity. One effective way to cultivate positive thinking is through affirmations, replacing self-doubt with empowering statements that reinforce one's abilities and potential. Resilience is also a key factor in building a strong mindset. Life will inevitably present difficulties, from personal struggles to unexpected failures. Those with a weak mindset may give up or feel defeated, but those with resilience view setbacks as temporary and surmountable. Resilience comes from developing emotional intelligence, understanding how to manage stress, and maintaining perspective during tough times. Instead of dwelling on negative situations, mentally strong individuals focus on what they can control and take proactive steps to move forward. Surrounding oneself with the right influences is another important part of developing a strong mindset. The people we spend time with and the content we consume affect our thoughts and beliefs. Negative influences can drain energy, create doubt, and weaken confidence. However, positive and uplifting influences inspire growth, motivation, and encouragement. Seeking out mentors, supportive friends, and motivational resources can help reinforce a strong mindset and provide valuable guidance during challenging times. Taking care of physical health also contributes to mental strength. A healthy body supports a healthy mind. Exercise, proper nutrition, and sufficient rest improve focus, reduce stress, and enhance overall well-being. When the body is strong and energized, the mind becomes more resilient and better equipped to handle life's challenges. Simple habits like regular exercise, deep breathing, and maintaining a balanced diet can have a significant impact on mental strength. Developing a strong mindset requires continuous effort, but the rewards are life-changing. It empowers individuals to take control of their thoughts, emotions, and actions, leading to greater success and fulfillment. By embracing challenges, practicing self-discipline, fostering positive thinking, building resilience, surrounding oneself with uplifting influences, and maintaining physical health, anyone can strengthen their mindset. A strong mind is not just about surviving hardships, it is about thriving, growing, and becoming the best version of oneself. Taking control of your life and acting with intention is the key to achieving success, fulfillment, and personal growth. Many people allow circumstances, fear, or self-doubt to dictate their actions, leading to a life of stagnation and regret. However, those who take control of their thoughts, decisions, and actions can shape their own destiny. The ability to act rather than remain passive is what separates successful individuals from those who remain stuck in the same patterns. Taking control and acting requires a shift in mindset, a commitment to personal responsibility, and the courage to step out of one's comfort zone. One of the first steps in taking control of life is acknowledging personal responsibility. It is easy to blame external factors such as circumstances, other people, or past experiences for one's current situation. While external events can have an impact, they do not have the final say in one's life. Taking control means accepting that your choices, mindset, and actions shape your future. This shift in perspective is empowering because it means that change is possible. Instead of waiting for external factors to improve, those who take responsibility look for ways to create their own opportunities. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles that prevent people from taking action. The fear of failure, rejection, or uncertainty often leads to hesitation and inaction. However, fear loses its power when confronted. Successful individuals understand that fear is a natural part of growth and that stepping into discomfort is necessary for progress. Instead of allowing fear to hold them back, they take action despite it. They recognize that failure is not a reflection of their worth, but an opportunity to learn and improve. Each step taken, no matter how small, weakens fear and builds confidence. Clarity and direction are also essential when taking control and acting. Many people feel stuck because they lack a clear vision of what they want. Without goals or a sense of purpose, it is easy to drift through life without making meaningful progress. Taking control means setting specific, measurable, and achievable goals. These goals provide direction and motivation, turning abstract dreams into actionable steps. Once a goal is set, the next step is to break it down into smaller tasks and commit to daily progress. Even small actions, when done consistently, lead to significant results over time. Another important aspect of taking control is overcoming procrastination. Many people delay taking action because they wait for the perfect moment or feel overwhelmed by the size of their goals. However, waiting for ideal conditions often leads to inaction. There will never be a perfect time to start, and progress is more important than perfection. The best way to overcome procrastination is to take the first step, no matter how small. Momentum builds with action, and once progress begins, it becomes easier to continue moving forward. Developing discipline is also crucial in maintaining control and taking consistent action. Motivation may come and go, but discipline ensures progress even when enthusiasm fades. This means committing to habits that align with one's goals and sticking to them regardless of distractions or challenges. Establishing routines, setting deadlines, and holding oneself accountable are effective ways to build discipline and ensure that actions align with intentions. Surrounding oneself with the right influences can also play a significant role in taking control of life. Negative environments and discouraging people can drain energy and reinforce self-doubt. On the other hand, being around motivated, action-oriented individuals can inspire and encourage progress. Seeking mentors, joining supportive communities, and consuming uplifting content can provide guidance and motivation to stay on track.